Good morning, Seed to Soul podcast. My name is Allison Walls. I am the host of your podcast. We are on episode number 10. That is crazy to think about, guys. Our episode today is called Faith, Family, and Fostering with Roots. I thought that was kind of a cool little title for all the stuff that I'm going to try to shove into today's episode. I am your host, Allison Walls. I am a Christian mom, a wife. I have 3 kiddos. We have some animals at home. We are a family that uses essential oils, specifically Young Living essential oils, and have for many years. We homeschool. I am a licensed social worker in the state of Minnesota, so I help families reach where they want to be in their lives. I love working with littles and helping kids to be able to regulate. Why did I choose to start the Seed to Soul podcast? So I had been teaching classes here at Deja Blue House of Coffee for about a year. That was my goal last year, was to teach 1 class a month. And I did that. And it was an amazing time. I met amazing people. I didn't feel I was getting the reach that I wanted. So I thought, hey, they have a podcast studio here. Let's try that. So this year is the year of the Seed to Soul podcast. And we'll see if you guys, by your views, your clicks, you want me to continue onto next year. So this is year 1 of the Seed to Soul podcast, so I can get more people informed on stuff that I'm passionate about, and then maybe gives a little bit of life or upliftedness to other people's lives who I don't get to see every day, because that's part of something that I feel that I am called to do. We are here at Streetside Studio 7 in Alexandria, Minnesota. This is where we film our podcast. Graciously, they have an amazing podcast studio and we're able to use it. So I want to give a shout out to them. Thank you so much. It is located in Deja Blue House of Coffee. So if you haven't come and got a drink, please do. Speaking of what we're drinking, today I created this drink today because I was like, oh, I'll try something different. I love my matcha. So I did a vanilla matcha with a cherry cold foam. It is so good. It has like the little bitterness of the matcha, but it's also a little sweet. It's delicious. I'm liking it. Okay. Let's go with our AFT reset to start so I can focus on my thoughts. It's been a morning. I feel like I have a lot of thoughts. I have a lot that I want to share with you. So I need to calm my brain and focus so I can be present. Okay. So an AFT reset is something that you do when you have maybe some high emotions. It also could be something that you can do for goal setting. I did this on vacation. I'll talk about that a little bit later, but super calming and relaxing. So let's start with, what is a negative emotion that you're feeling right now in your body? It could be sadness. It could be overwhelm. It could be frustration. Where are you feeling that in your body? Every emotion holds a space inside of us, and we just have to be calm enough or open enough to see where that is. So today I feel like I'm feeling a lot of frustration, and I'm holding that frustration in my jaw and in my upper shoulders. Okay. So now I'm going to think about the situation that is causing me this frustration in my jaw, my shoulders, why I'm feeling this way. There's just a lot to do. People aren't all in agreement in some things that are going on in my life. So it's making me feel frustrated on I don't have a plan on how to get that to happen. So I'm feeling frustrated. So what is yours? Where is your feeling? Where is it in your body? And think of why. Okay. You're going to take a drop of oil. I would like you to grab your stress away, frankincense, and lavender oil. I have them all mixed up in this bottle. You take equal drops of those. So 1 drop of lavender, stress away, and frankincense. And then you put that drop in your hand. And then you rub your hands together. And we're going to take some time and you're going to breathe deeply into the emotion, into that part of your body where it's feeling that, as you think about what is making you feel that, okay? And I need you to breathe into it until the feeling either dissipates, the thought is gone, or until you feel clarity and calmness. So we're going to take a few minutes and do that now. Once it feels complete, you can lower your hands, put all that extra oil someplace. If you're a guy, put it on your beard. You can put it in your hair. Oils last a long time throughout the day, so you'll be able to pick that sensation and smell up. I felt my jaw relax, my shoulders relax. And then sometimes you hear thoughts when you're doing this, and like my thought that I heard was like, it'll be okay, it'll work itself out. So that's a really calming thought to hear. So let's talk about something fun first. So my last podcast, if you haven't watched it, I had Hannah on, and we had talked about just kind of doing different things and being very intentional with what you do. So we went on vacation at the end of May. We went to Duluth. It was like a Wednesday through Sunday trip. By we, I mean my husband, my kids. We took a family summer vacation. So that was kind of fun. We went and did some hiking, kind of just spent time in nature a little bit. We didn't really plan a whole lot of like touristy stuff, I would say. It was more like, let's go to Inger Tower and hike the tower. Let's go walk. We went to like Twin Sister Falls. That was an interesting hike. I need to hike more. On the way back, we hit up Jay Cook State Park and walked over the bridge there. So we did a lot of outside stuff just to kind of connect, I think, with nature. We had multiple, like I think 3 11:30 p.m. to midnight walks down to the canal so we could watch ships come in. And so that was really fun. And it kind of became a thing that we did. We would walk down to the canal and just kind of sit and watch ships or stuff like that. So it was kind of just fun just being out there. But one thing that I did do, which I, as a mom of 3 kids, a wife, you have a house to take care of, I have a full-time job, talking to people about oils, there's just so much happening that I don't take enough time to like do my own thing. So one morning I did sit down and I did a whole aroma freedom session on myself, about how, and I know I do this to myself, so just being able to accept money coming into my life and like being able to be successful, because I've always, I don't know, I have the self-limiting belief, because I don't really anymore, this self-limiting belief of like, money isn't good, so why would you need it? It's like evil.
We do have a comment here from Margaret Weiler. Hello, how is Jackson doing? Do you put oils on it?
Yeah. So that was my grandma. Hi, Grammy. We, yes, Jackson did really well on vacation, but we came back from vacation and last weekend he fell off the swing and broke both of his wrists. So he is doing really well. He's handling well. And I did. Immediately after we found out, I got home and I made what we call a bone blend. And it just helps your body to use parts that it needs to help heal your bones faster. So he gets the bone blend every morning and every night. His brace can come off, so we put that directly on the left wrist. And then I do just put it kind of like up here on his right because his cast can't come off. So I'm really excited to see how that works. I have used the bone blend when I fell at one point. At work, I kind of took a tumble and I think I never went to get it fixed or checked out, but I think I kind of broke my tailbone because it hurt to stand up. And so I put the bone blend on, and it took a few months for the pain to go away, but now I can stand up without any pain. So that's all that matters in my life, is that I'm not in pain. So I was able to do that, and I was able to, so he's excited about that. Yeah, he's excited about being able to put the oils on every morning and every night. And I'm excited to see, he goes back in for an x-ray on June 29th, and we'll see how fast his healing goes. So it's kind of a little, the oils help, and he likes them, and it'll be an experiment to see how well it works. So I'll have to update you guys in July about how fast his arms are healing. He has 2 buckle fractures in his right wrist and one in his left, and they're not displaced, so it's just like they got shoved together when he fell. But he's doing well. He's back to his normal self. It's just going to be a long summer if he can't go swimming or anything like that. So thanks for asking. So on vacation, I did this aroma freedom reset, not a reset, session on myself about being able to accept finances coming into my life and not having to just spend them, and actually being able to be financially stable and debt free, because that's a goal I've had for a while, but I feel like I self-sabotage without really knowing it as part of that conscious. So there's like something that was holding me back. So I did this session. Actually, I think I have it in this book. And so cool. It's really cool when you do a self session, what the things you find. So my goal was I accept money and to be debt free. And like some of the different things that I heard was like, you can't. I felt discouraged. I heard money isn't dependable. That was a limiting belief I had. How could you do that? And just went through some different feelings that were holding me back. And then after you do all of that and release all of that negativity, you end up with some positive thoughts that come through. And one of my positive thoughts was like, I accept money openly. So I use that as my affirmation. And I did that affirmation for 2 to 3 days, every morning and night, to be able to openly be like, yes, it's okay that money comes into my life and I don't have to push it out right away, and I can actually do this. So I'm excited to see staying on that path. I also have been using my finance oil from Ula with my pyrite, right? Like being very intentional about that. So I'm kind of excited to see how that goes. And then I ended up doing some more, which I totally used to do a lot when I wasn't so crazy busy with work. I started journaling again about my gratitudes and stuff, and just really trying to put intention. And I would have really liked to continue that. It just hasn't happened with like chaos of life. So getting back to like being able to schedule that time and being able to take time to be intentional about that and put that time into my day and give myself that time. And so that was one thing that Hannah mentioned last time. And so I've been really trying to, and I haven't been completely successful since we got back into the hustle and bustle of life. Whoa, my EMF rock is like going crazy right now. Calm down, buddy. So yeah, that was vacation. So we got to hang out a lot, did a lot of family stuff. There was 2 days that I ended up, and we knew this because that's kind of why we planned it in Duluth, but I ended up going to the state GOP convention. And so that was quite an experience. And I'm going to share that whole process with you guys because I felt very called this morning when I was getting ready. I've learned over the years that when I get a very reoccurring loud thought in my head that says you need to do this, I just need to do it. So instead of attempting to dust over it, not do it, I'm going to do it so I don't have to live with the loud reoccurring thought saying, Allison, why didn't you do that? That's my intuition telling me, hey, this is a great time to share this. So here we go. We did run a disclaimer earlier, and I do want to just talk about the disclaimer a little bit quick. Like, these are my views and my views only. So this is not connected to the podcast studio, not connected to Deja Blue. This is just Allison Walls and how I'm feeling. Okay. I'm going to throw that out there. This is not anything bad. I just feel I need to say that. So I am a licensed social worker, right? I have never been a political person. I haven't. I had a friend who we did oils together. Like, this is how it all comes back together. You meet so many different people in this world. I have a friend, we do oils together. She's a great mentor. I love talking to her. And in some of the stuff that we're doing, she was talking to me about just like how things happen in the political world. And I've never been a political person. But then one thing led to the other, and I was going to, so I sit on the board of directors at my work, and I would go to these meetings, and they would just talk to me about how Republicans don't support mental health. And like, mental health is a super big passion of mine. Like, that's what I do every day. I support people's mental health. And so to hear that this party doesn't support that, I don't get upset when I hear things. I go for information. Okay. So that's how I handle a lot of stuff in my life. When someone tells me something, I don't just be like, oh my gosh, how dare them, and just like get mad about it. I go and research why. Like, obviously, if they don't do that, why? There has to be a reason. Maybe they need education. Maybe we can offer that. Maybe we can help people, bring people together. Maybe conversations. Charlie Kirk always said, and I know that's a name out there that some people don't really like, but he said when conversations end and debate ends, violence happens. And honestly, why can't we just have a conversation? We can all come together. You can disagree and I can disagree, and I'm totally okay with that. But we have freedom of speech, and we should. So I wanted to know why people were saying that. So instead of condemning this whole group of people and thinking that they're horrible, especially because a lot of the values of the Republican Party, I felt were strong values that I held in my life. Like, I personally am very pro-life. I believe life starts at conception, and I believe it ends at death naturally. And medicine is amazing, but God is the creator, and he has a plan for all of us. And I understand all the debates. I get that. And my heart goes out to all of those debates. It really does. But God has a plan for a reason, and God wouldn't do that if it wasn't part of his plan. And that's where my belief lies very strongly for myself. And I never push that onto anyone else. Again, these are my beliefs and my opinions, and you can believe your own thing, and I'm totally okay with that. So that is a really strong belief that I hold. And so I could not flop to the other party because they don't have that same belief. And so I was very concerned when people were telling me that, like, these Republicans don't support mental health and their values. That party aligns with my values more than the other party does. Okay. And so that's why I went to go to do my research, right? And I was talking to my friend about it, and she's like, well, you know, she was in Todd County too. And she's like, well, we have this convention coming up. So this is kind of how my political story started, guys. So in March of 2025, I went to the Todd County convention. They held the convention every year, and it wasn't like a big thing. They were re-electing like BPOU officers, which at that time I was like, what is this? A BPOU, FYI, is a basic political organizational unit. They're electing officers. They were talking about their constitution. And so it was just an interesting time, and they were very welcoming. And I did get a few weird looks when I said, well, yeah, I'm a social worker. And they're like, you're a social worker and you're a Republican? And I was like, well, I have these beliefs. So yeah, I feel like I kind of align with this party. So I really want to get to know more about you. And so I went, and then I ended up actually being a vice chair, which is just someone who helps the chair of the party. So I went and I got elected as a vice chair of the BPOU, which then meant that I started attending every BPOU meeting in Todd County every month, just kind of getting to know the people. And this Christian conservative group of people that I've really come to know, we all don't agree on everything. We don't, but we have conversations about it. And we can come to either a middle line that says, yeah, sure, we can meet there, or we can be like, you know, we're going to agree to disagree, and we go our own way type thing. So it's a really cool thing that I've been learning about how this party stands. Okay. And so I went to, this is the first time I've ever attended a caucus. So in February of 2026, so this February, I went to my first caucus. I actually helped lead it with my friend, or one of my friends from the BPOU. And I became a delegate for the precinct. So it's gonna be I never learned, maybe I did learn this in school, but I wasn't paying attention. Okay. So like you have in your counties, you have different like precincts. And then you get delegates from each precinct that you just sign up. You're like, oh, I want to be a delegate, and you each get how many spots on the delegation. Okay. So I signed up to be a delegate at this precinct, which then meant in March, I went to, I think it was like Verndale, and we did an endorsing convention. That was my first ever endorsing convention. And we endorsed a representative for the Minnesota Senate, and then 2 representatives, one for 5A and one for 5B of the Minnesota House. And so the endorsement is just like the delegate saying, yep, I've talked to this person, I know this person, or I trust this person to bring my beliefs to the state capitol and fight for them. Okay. And so we walked out of that convention and we endorsed 3 different candidates. And I felt good about that. So I was like, that's kind of cool. This is cool that like I have an opinion. I met and talked to these people, and I wanted to give them, I voted for them. So we all came together and agreed. Okay. And then in May, I went to the CD7 convention, which is our congressional district convention, and we ended up endorsing our federal House representative. And so we gave that person that endorsement. And again, we voted on it as a delegation of, I need to back up, because in March we did that. And then in February, March, it must have been April, there was a BPOU convention, and that is where I had to run to be a delegate. So like I got to go to the first endorsing convention because every precinct gets to go, because that's just for 5 for our like district, 5 Senate House district. Okay. And then I went to the BPOU convention, and I actually had to put my name on a piece of paper and say that I was running to be a delegate for our Todd County BPOU. And then I had to give a 1-minute speech. That was, I didn't know I was going to have to do that. So I did. And there was 30 or more of us that got up and gave a 1-minute speech. And then everyone voted on a sheet of who they wanted to be a delegate for Todd County. And so I ended up getting voted in as a delegate. So we ended up voting in 15 delegates that day and 15 alternates, because you have enough alternates that if all the delegates can't come, you have a full body at these other conventions. So I got voted in as a delegate. So I felt like the people then trusted me, the people of Todd County, which everyone is invited to this convention, trusted me to go to the next 2 conventions and help endorse candidates. Okay, so that happened. I feel, we talk about things, we learn, and then we go try to endorse. That's what the delegate does, right? Okay. So then the end of May, I went to Marshall, and we went to the CD7 convention. And there's a lot of other things that happen there. They talk about platform, they talk about like what we want on our platform and stuff like that too. But the big thing is endorsing. So we ended up endorsing the CD7 House representative. Okay, so we got that done at the end of the convention. There was 2 people around. We endorsed 1. And then at the end of June, when we were on vacation in Duluth, was when State Central was. So that's when we all got together and we ended up endorsing a governor candidate. We endorsed a state auditor candidate. We endorsed a federal senator candidate, a secretary of state candidate, and an attorney general candidate. It was long days. I mean, this is such a learning experience for me, and it's so interesting to learn from people who've done it for so many years. There's a couple that they give an award to that have been doing this and going to conventions and being delegates for like 50 or more years. Like, it is so cool. We have a guy in our BPOU, and he's got so much knowledge about the political realm of things. And so it's just so cool to sit and talk to them and just get to know people from different, how they think differently. and just like what they've been through during their political journey. So it's just really cool to learn from all of these people. And just to sit down with people and talk to them and go out to dinner with them, and it's been a really cool experience. So now we're here. We have all of our conventions are done. We have all of our endorsed candidates, which could mean that all of those endorsed candidates could just go to the November elections. But there was some things that happened at state convention that people don't believe the clickers were working, even though I sat there and I mean, they showed us how many clickers were on the floor and they showed us how many votes were tallied, and I feel like it was working, when they took our last few votes. So there was an issue and they fixed it, because technology fails us sometimes. But so now that there was an issue at one point, people have decided that they're going to run in a primary, which again, prior to doing this, I had no idea what a primary was. Yeah, I went out and voted in the primary, I think last year or 2 years ago, because I was told, oh, you should go vote. So I went and voted for the people that I knew their names. Okay. I've decided to now call myself, like, prior to this whole process that I've been going through, I was a very uninformed voter. I went to school. They told me to vote. They taught me about like the political aspect. And then they're like, yeah, you just have to vote. Okay, that's cool. Not really knowing what that was all about. Okay. Now that I've been through this process, I feel like, oh my gosh, there's so much that goes into it. And I can't believe that I just voted on a whim like that. What's up? Okay. Cool. So, yeah, I can't believe I did that. So now that I'm learning about it, I'm like, okay, so now we're going to a primary because it was said by the state GOP chair that, you don't have to follow by the endorsement. You can run in primary. So now we have a decent amount of governor candidates running in our primary. We have a decent amount of senators, federal senators running in our primary. And so I think this is why it's weighing so heavy on my heart, is like I've been seeing a lot of stuff on social media, and I don't watch normal media. I've stopped watching normal media a long time ago because I feel like they say what people pay them to say. So yep, this is Allison going conspiracy theory. The media tells us what the people who have the most money tell them to say. And so I just stopped. And so I like to do my own research. And so I do feel frustrated that I was voted in by a body of people to be trusted, and now they feel like it doesn't matter what we did. And so I don't take that to heart, but it makes me sad that that's what's happening right now. That we're fighting amongst each other. And I feel like and I know people are going to think this might be weird, but it's like a grassroots movement in the Republican Party. Like the Christian conservatives who really want what's best for us, for the everyday people. Like, I want to be able to afford trips. I want to be able to like do things. Like I work every day. I do all this stuff, and I feel the same as you do. Like my paycheck just goes to bills. My paycheck just goes to all of this stuff. And so we need to make changes in this state. So that's another reason that I started to get involved, is because, like, not to mention, mental health has not been funded and supported in 18 to 20 years. But in the state of Minnesota, and definitely not right now, like even federally, but that goes higher. Like I don't even, as of right now, everyone talks to me about like Trump and all of this stuff. And you know what? He's his own person, and I get it, he's the president. What I'm doing here in Long Prairie, Minnesota is not going to change what he's doing in Washington. It isn't. And so that's where I'm at. Like I need to focus on how can I afford my bills every day? How can I afford to feed my family? And how can I afford to like give my kids the best life? Okay. So I need to do that and make changes here at the base, at the grassroots. Like, I need to talk about my beliefs, and I need to share my beliefs with people, and I need to ask, like, hey, you guys need to do your research too. Like, don't just be like, well, Allison said we should do this. Like, please research. I met candidates before I voted for them. Like, I met the governor candidates. I met the state senator candidates. Like, I did all of that stuff before I went and voted. So I felt very confident in my votes, like who I knew would support the beliefs of the people back home. And that's what I wanted to do. And so the fact that people are saying, like, hey, everyone should just run in the primary, you have a right to. And then I have people who aren't delegates saying, well, yeah, because I didn't get a voice. But you have a voice. So now I'm going to encourage you, like a call to action, right? February 2027, we should have another precinct caucus. Go to your county, go to your precinct caucus. You can find all the stuff on Google, guys. Google your county BPOU. Or, you know, if your values don't align with my values, Democrats have the same process. Get involved if you feel called to get involved, okay? Look it up online. You can find anything on Google. So look it up online. What do I want to do? Do I want to go to the meetings? Do I want to get involved? There's a lot of stuff happening right now where you can, like, fairs are coming up. These people are going to be at fairs. Go talk to them. Parades. You can always look up their email address, their phone number. You can call them and have a conversation with them. So we have a primary coming up on August 11th. Okay. What is a primary? Primary is where people are running and you have to vote. I didn't know this until like a few years ago. When you go and vote in a primary, you can only vote for one party, the Republican Party, the Democrat Party, and you have to vote basically down. You have to vote for that party and only people in that party, okay? You can't cross party lines at a primary. And that's who's going to be on our November ballot. So now I'm challenging you to do your research. Research all the governor candidates that are running in the primary in August. Research the senator candidates. Research the state auditor candidates, because we have the state auditor running against our endorsed candidate. I don't think anyone's running against the attorney general. But research them. Like, do their beliefs belong with your beliefs? Because if they do, then vote for that person. But I hope you have conversations with them and don't disbelieve what other people are saying. Because I've had conversations with our endorsed governor candidate. I've had conversations with our endorsed federal senator candidate. And so having those conversations and listening to them, like there's governor debates that you can look up online that happened. So if they believe in the same thing you believe in, then yeah, you should vote for them. And so I'm going to ask you to come out on August 11th and vote so then we can have a good candidate to run, because what's happened in the state of Minnesota, I feel, is not what's been best for us. There's been a lot happening, and it costs a lot of money. And I feel there's a lot of talking points that I could go on, but I don't really want to. I just want you to encourage you to go out and vote, to go and do your research. Be an informed voter is what I'm saying, because I know I wasn't. And now I feel like I can say, yes, I am informed. I do my research. I talk to candidates. I try. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm asking. I feel like I went off topic. Just voting by name, which is what I used to do. Be like, oh yeah, I seen that name. They sound like kind of legit. Voting by name is like, now you're voting for the person who has the most money, and they might just have the most money because they're being bought out by someone, not because they're actually going to do that position to help us little people here. So doing your research is the best. Yeah. So yes, I guess that is me coming out and tell you kind of what I've been doing. I have been working in the grassroots of the Republican Party to try to make some differences in our state. One of my biggest things is mental health, and I do talk to every candidate about how we're going to support mental health. My other thing is mental health shouldn't be linked to my right to bear arms. So that's one thing I fight for a lot too, is my mental health and my right to bear arms shouldn't be intermingled. And I feel like that's what happened a lot this last session. So sorry, there was my little rant. If you stuck around for it, thank you very much. If you didn't, I'm sorry. Those are my feelings. Okay, now let's get into something different. I said what I had to say. Let's get into something different. We are going to talk about. Did it work? Wow. Tom gave me the controller thing, and I feel powerful. Ha ha, Musa. He's gonna take it away. He doesn't like the power. Oh.
That means it's on. That means it's off. Color difference.
Oh. Do I have to go in order?
In order from what you told me.
Pick 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it goes pick 1 and then pick 3. Sorry, guys. Technically.
The naming's not right. I'm sorry.
Okay, so this way's in order, though.
1, 2,
okay.
3, 4,
Thanks.
5. Second folder.
Okay.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, guys, we're gonna do this. So, the Awaken Tour. What is the Awaken Tour? We're gonna get into some oily stuff now. The Awaken Tour is every year Young Living does a yearly convention. When they do a yearly convention, it's typically down in Salt Lake City. This year they have tried something different though. They are traveling. So the CEOs and higher ups of Young Living are traveling. They made their first stop in Arlington, Texas this week. Huh? They are making their second stop in Anaheim, California, the 12th. So they started yesterday through the 14th. They are going to be in Indianapolis, Indiana, the 26th through the 28th. Orlando, Florida, from July 17th through July 19th. Calgary, Alberta, so Canada, July 31st through August 2nd. And then there will be a stop in Mexico City, Mexico in October, but I have not seen those dates yet. Okay. So that's super exciting that they're traveling around for convention this year. So more people can attend. So if you're part of Young Living and you want to go to convention, what is convention? Convention is where they launch new products. Convention is where you learn a lot of the sciencey stuff behind the scenes. I know they have a science symposium. You get to smell just about every oil that they have. We went back in 2023 and we were in Utah, and it was an amazing experience. We also got to go to the farm, so we won't do a farm tour, but it's just so cool to be able to learn with like-minded people. Unfortunately, the one that is closest to me is Indiana, and I'm doing a fair that weekend. But Thomas is gonna go. No, he can't. I have to film a podcast that weekend with you guys too. So, I did look at the Canada one, but I need a passport. I don't have one. So yeah, I'm excited about that. What are they releasing? Okay, so it's already been released, so I can talk about it. New products are live on the website. Let's go over. Whoops, take that one off. Jacob and Kate have launched a new summer collection. The summer collections. There's 3 bright, refreshing scents that bring an easy, breezy summer vibe, perfect for replacing candles and room sprays. They are like mocktails. So it's a cherry float, an amber lemonade, limeade, and a tropical punch. So that kit is $100. So if you buy that one kit to get your summery scents, then you would actually get a 24% discount for the whole year. So that's pretty cool. I haven't smelled them, but I can only imagine they smell absolutely amazing. The other thing that they've launched is a new Ninja Zing. So what is a Ninja Zing? Ninja Zing is, Gary formulated this back when his kids were teenagers to replace pop and soda, okay? Our normal Ninja Zing is a black pepper lime. It's delicious. It's got Ninja Red and it's black pepper. Oh, it's so good. I drink it all the time. So they have a new one for limited time. So if you want to try it, you better get your hands on it. It's a 12-pack. It has bright yuzu lemonade with hints of lavender. It has 35 milligrams of naturally occurring caffeine with no synthetic stimulants. Okay, so that's like the caffeine is from like a green tea. Okay, so you don't have the crash, but it just like gives you that 2 o'clock bring me up, right? It has real fruit juices in it, no artificial flavors, colors, sweeteners, or preservative. It is a great thing to feed you, and honestly, I love it for my kids because then I feel like I'm not giving them garbage. Okay, so it's a 12-pack. I didn't talk about how much it was, did I? It is $41.25. And I believe that's the member price. So it would be more if you're a non-member. Okay. The next one is a wonderful edge diffuser. So last week or 2 weeks ago, I had my blue one sitting here. This one is beautiful to the point like I might need another one. Don't tell my husband. Okay. It is portable, waterless, heatless diffuser with a fluted design. You can put 5, 10, or 15 milliliter bottles in it. It lasts up to 18 hours on one charge. It is tropical green print, so it's perfect for summer. So you could charge this up, put citronella in it, and go sit on your patio and have a bug-free time. I'm so excited to bring this to vendor shows with me this summer, so the bugs and bees leave me alone. It is $55, and it's limited time. So if you want this specific beautiful design, you need to get your hands on it before it sells out. Okay. The next one that we are going to talk about is Awaken oil, correct? That's what I have? Yes. Perfect. So every year when they do convention, they do a convention oil. The Awaken oil is a permanent product though, okay? But the Awaken Tour label, so it's a limited label, but the oil will still be the same. It'll be called Awaken, it just won't have the same label, okay? But Awaken Essential Oil blend, and it always brings something about what we want you to do in the next year. So it's a step into new possibilities is the whole theme behind this blend. It is warm, invitingly sweet, slightly sweet, and an earthy scent. It has joy oil in it, forgiveness oil, present time, dream catcher, and harmony oils in it. The frequency of this oil is going to be insane. It says use as you break free from your old patterns. I need to get my hands on this oil. This oil is $25. That is a very reasonable price for an oil. Okay. The next one is shell ginger. Okay, so this next oil, guys, give me intermission. Do I have any comments, Thomas?
Yes.
Perfect. Dad got cherries. Thomas is going to give us some comments. Well, I log on for some more information about this brand new oil that I know nothing about, guys. Information on the spot. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. So, coming from TikTok. Looks like we've had a lot of activity from Johnny Struck. Hi, John. He says, have a great day.
Aw, thanks. You too.
From YouTube, Austin says, hi, Tom. Bye, Lex. Hi, Lexi. And from Facebook, from Austin. Like I'm not in the chat, you know?
Ah, darn it! Guys, now he's on to me about my diffuser. I forgot.
And just double checking here, but I believe that is all the comments we have as of now.
Okay.
So come on, guys. Ask us questions. Chat with us. We're happy to interact with you. I'm always watching these chats just to see if what comes in. The hardest part is trying to find a time to interrupt Allison to spotlight the chat.
You should like get a stuffed animal you can throw at me. I think that'd be entertaining.
That sounds like fun.
Okay, for 100 likes on TikTok, I'll bring a stuffed animal that Tom can throw at me next time. Okay. Or on Facebook, if you guys can give me 100 likes, that's cool. Hearts, stars, likes. Perfect. Okay, I found all my information on this new Onakawan shell ginger. I think it's from China, guys. Like, that sounded bad. Not like bad. Chinese people have a lot of good, healthy products. Okay. It is a blue zone. Okay. Infuse the blue zone energy into your beauty routine. Subtle woodsy sweet and a refreshing aroma. Supports the appearance of healthy hair and scalp. Blends well with rosemary, lavender, tea tree, kunzia, and manuka oils. Wow. It says breathe, apply one drop into cupped hands, and say the affirmation, I age with grace, energy, and vitality. And add a drop to your morning skincare routine. Wow. The cupboard is opening by itself. This oil is very powerful. Street Side 7 Cabinet Ghost, thank you for joining us. Guys, there's a Cabinet Ghost here. It wanted to join us. I'm just blown away by what this... Okay. Use it as a daily invitation for spirit of longevity. It diffuses its bright, uplifting aroma while you build an atmosphere of mindfulness and balance. Add to your Young Living skincare products. Add a drop to your morning routine as a symbol of renewal. Or just embrace the daily rituals of gratitude, movement, and connection. Diffuse with longevity essential oil as a blend. Oh my goodness. This is really good for youthfulness and vitality. Okay, guys, this is the shell ginger. It's good to keep you young, is what I'm grabbing out of it. I had not been able to do my research on it yet because it just came out last week. So it's wow. Okay, I'm blown away. I'll have to get that one too now. I mean, I won't get that one, Austin. Okay. The next one, they have been talking about this one for a while. This is the Master Cellular Nutrition. It is, as of June 1st, launched, okay? With consistent use, you can expect energy, you can expect support for energy metabolism, healthy digestion, and everyday vitality. Over time, when you use this, early support within the first few weeks you might notice, a more noticeable benefits with consistent use over 30 to 90 days. And it says consistency is key for long-term steady support for this master cellular nutrition. But what is the master cellular nutrition, Allison? Thanks for asking. I bet someone put that in the chat. I just knew it. It's more than a multivitamin. It supports longevity, focused wellness, healthy cellular function, and healthy inflammatory response. It is high potency nutrient saturation, which means like the nutrients actually get into your body. 1 second. And it is powerful cellular support. Yes, Thomas.
Carrie Beth has commented on TikTok. Sounds up my alley. Will it be bundled with Balance and Burn?
The cellular nutrition. Okay, actually, I was just looking at the new bundles because I hadn't even checked those out. Let me check really quick. So this is it has 30 packs in it, so it's good for a month, and it is $119.50. So I'm going to say it's a little bit on the spendier side, guys, but the vitamin potency in this and the fact that it's going to, I'm trying to say this compliantly, the fact that it's going to clear out the bad stuff from your body and help your body to create good stuff in it might be worth it. Carrie, yes, there's a Master Your Metabolic bundle for $241 as a member, because you are a member. Thank you for being part of my team. You are gracious. Has your Balance and Burn and your Master Vitality bundle. They have also bundled it with a Master Her Vitality bundle that goes along with the daily hormone supplement. What is it called? I have it at home. The Daily Hormone Essentials mixed with the Master Cellular Nutrition. There's a Master His Vitality bundle. Guys, we did not forget about you. It has Power Gize and the Master Cellular Nutrition, and that is for $147.50. There is the Master You Nutrition, Ninja Red, plus the Master Cellular Nutrition. And there's a Master Your Wellness bundle. Oh my gosh, it has it all. It has your Ninja Red, it has your Balance and Burn, and it has the Master Cellular Nutrition. That's $320.75. If you did that bundle every single month to get maximum nutrition for your body, you'd hit your 300 PV and get like 3 to 4 free products every month. Wow. That sounds amazing.
They're making it too easy.
I know. Too easy to like get the best out of everything. It's 3. You need to make a bundle that's a bundle. Just trying to think expense wise. A bundle that's a don't let your son break his wrist bundle. So I could have avoided the ER payment. I would have paid for that every month. I'm just saying. Okay. Perfect. So. Those are, wow. I'm really sad to be missing out on this convention. To be able to try, when you go to convention, you get to like try the new products. October in Mexico City. I've never been to Mexico City. Road trip. Guys, if we could get monetized, we could take a Sea to Soul road trip to convention. Why?
Because that would just expedite her stealing. She will buy a semi.
We could do a Streetside Studio 7 road trip to Mexico City. We could all film on the way down. Tom, you better get that van ready.
Oh gosh. Patty would love that, and I know it. We do have a reply from Carrie.
Yes.
I'm sold. I'm always looking for ways to boost my metabolism.
Yes. I'm super excited for you. Okay, Thomas, I still have it on the Master Cellular Nutrition, correct?
Yes.
Okay, guys, those are all the new products. So amazing. Get your hands on them. If you do not have an account, reach out to me so I can get you an account so you can get these, because I don't think you want to miss out. Plus the zing. I'm so excited. Oh, Thomas bought it. Guess party at Thomas's house. Only 12 of us are invited though. 1 per person. Okay. The next thing. This is amazing, guys. Okay, so when I was in Utah in 2023, they came out with a new technology called Deep Spectra. Okay, what is Deep Spectra? This is, Allison is not sciencey, But I went to the convention, they taught me about it, so I can sound like I know what I'm talking about. Okay. They are taking oils. Let's say it's called Deep Spectra. Dad, stop talking about cherries. Oh my goodness, you're making me hungry. My dad went to the fruit drop and he got like all of these fruits and now he's sending pictures to us. Okay. Anywho, I should show you guys. Hold on. This will be maybe weird. We'll see. Sorry, sidetracked.
And in the intermedium, we have UGC plus Julia.
Julia?
Julia, yes. I do apologize about butchering names. I've always been bad with names. They say, "Hey, Mama, you're looking beautiful today. I finally get to watch. You're doing amazing."
Thank you. Okay, guys, look at this. Can you see that, Thomas?
No.
Can they see that?
No.
Oh,
Like, give me a sec.
How about that? Guys, look at those cherries.
Beautiful cherries.
Delicious. What else did he get?
Peaches.
Ooh, so yummy.
I might run out of this.
I know. So good, so good. Okay, sorry. Distracted by the peaches. Okay. I got distracted. We're on to, oh my gosh, patent, deep spectra, science. Wow. Okay.
Julia would like us to share. Yummy. Share, please. Still waiting on my s'more treat.
Oh, I have to make those for her. I'll get on that. I think I have the ingredients at home. Okay. Deep spectra. Back to it. So frankincense. Frankincense. When we get frankincense, it's comes from the resin of the tree, okay? So what they're doing is they're taking the resin of the tree, and when they're making the oil, they're using the oil to distill the resin, so you get even more properties out of it. And that's what we're calling deep spectra. So originally in 2023, they had deep spectra frankincense 2. So they used frankincense oil to pull out more properties of frankincense. So it was just frankincense, but it was like intense. The nodes hit differently. And if you're an oil person, you know what I'm talking about. It hits deeper. They had an orange cacao and they had a sandalwood coriander. So they used our essential oils to get more properties out of the product that they were trying to get more properties. And that's what they called our deep spectra technology. Super exciting. They got that patented. So now Young Living is the only company that can do that. And the reason it's so cool is because Young Living isn't just out here to make an oil that smells amazing, okay? Luscious Lemon, oh my God, Lang Lang, it just smells so good. Love it, right? But it's not just to smell amazing. There's so many therapeutic benefits, and the science that they put into these oils is amazing to get us the best properties to help our bodies do what they need to do to keep us young, youthful, vitality, just to keep us going to be the best beings that we're supposed to be, okay? That's probably why I have so much passion for this company, because it isn't just, here's a bottle of lavender and it smells really good. No, there's so many properties that are good for you and for your body in this oil. And that might get a little bit too much for someone, because some people just want a bottle of oil that smells good and makes me feel good. And that's great. I can give you a bottle of oil that makes you smell good and feel good. But the properties that it does to help your body is so amazing and overwhelming. I get that. It can be overwhelming at times. But the fact that they got this patented is so cool that they want to take that to the next step and do the right things to help us live the best life we can. And I don't have the science to be able to do that myself. So I feel very grateful for Young Living for doing that. Okay. Our monthly promos. Bum, bum, bum. No other comments?
We do have one more.
Okay, what's up?
From Julia again. Are
Yeah.
there oils to help with muscle relaxation? Wow.
Relaxation?
Muscle relaxation / pain?
Yes. It all depends on what muscle you're talking about. Do you want to tell us what muscle? Because that is one of the big things. Like there are, but I don't want to. Sorry, I'm looking for a picture quick because I didn't have this one ready. We have actually a massage oil called Relaxation. So that's great if it's like your back. Otherwise, if it's a different oil or a different thing, Aroma Seas is a really great one too. If it's like your muscles are like cramping up.
Mainly neck and lower back muscles, calf muscles.
Yeah, I would definitely think like the Aroma Seas is a good one. I could bring a sample of that for you. Okay. So
And we also have
Yep.
one more string of comments here from Greg Weiler on YouTube. Need some Deep Spectra, Deep Relief, and Cool Zool. I think that's a comment train commenting on Julia's.
okay. Yeah, that would be good. The Cool Azul and Deep Relief. That's also great for muscles. It's very minty though. So we'll have to talk about if you like mint or not. I have that too. I can bring that over. You can try whichever one you think would be best. Okay. So our gifts with purchase for June. So what does that mean? Like I was just talking about those new bundles that they have. Every order that you put in, you get point values back. So if you get up to a certain amount of point values, Young Living throws in a free product, okay? So if you put in an order of 100 PVs, and it's a loyalty, which is our recurring every month order. So let's say you're going to order this month and you're going to get that Jacob and Kate collections that is 100 PV, okay? With the new summer mocktail smells, okay? And you put that on loyalty, so you're going to order every month, you will get a free bottle of lemongrass essential oil. Lemongrass is wonderful for outdoor sprays, freshening up your home, supporting tired muscles, helping create less welcoming environments for those little flying annoyances that show up this time of the year. Okay, so that's a good one for lemongrass, and you will get that oil for free. If you did a 200 PV order, and this one could be one time, so I do a shop order, or it could be on your loyalty order. So let's say you choose the, let me see here, I have it up. I just want to double check here. I want to get my PVs right. I just remember the Jacob and Kate off the top of my head. Shop. What's new? I need 200 PV oil order. Okay, let's do Master Your Metabolic Bundle. That's 200? Nope. JK, JK, JK. Okay, let's do this. Master Your Metabolic Bundle is 197 PVs, okay? So I'm going to get that. And then I'm going to get, ooh, yeah, Ninja Zing. That's $30. That'll put me up to 200. A little over 200, right? Then I want my Ninja Zing with it, right? That will put me on my 200, a little bit over my 200 PV. And I could do that on a shop or my loyalty. I will get a free 15 this size bottle of Aroma Seas. Aroma Seas is great if you've been gardening, hiking, traveling, chasing your kids around, riding horse, or simply just doing life. Massage it into your tired muscles, stiff joints, shoulders, neck, or feet after a long day. And it will help your muscles to relax. So that's free this month with your 200 PV order. Okay, at 300 PVs, again, a one-time or loyalty, so how could I get my 300 PVs, Allison? Well, you could get your Master Your Wellness Bundle for for $275.50, which includes your Balance and Burn, your Master Cellular Nutrition, and your Ninja Red. So those are 3 things in that. That's $320. Your PV is at $275.50. So I would have to add, what would I have to add? You know what? I would probably add the Ninja Zinc to that. That's $30. Or I could get, yep, I would go with the Ninja Zinc to make it easier. You could, this is just my recommendations. You can do whatever you want to get up to that. That would put you at $275.50 plus 30. $275.50 plus 30. 305 PVs. That would get you the correct PVs. Your price would be $41.25 plus. Whoa. Sorry guys, I'm doing math here. $320.75. $362. Okay. And that's your PVs at $300. You would get a free Ninja Greens powder. What is Ninja Greens? That is over 60 vegetables, fruits, herbs, mushrooms, algae, and superfoods in a fermented blend designed to support digestion, energy, immune function, and overall vitality. I put it in some apple juice. I put it in a shake. It's a really great way to get your greens without having to eat 60 vegetables in one day. Yeah. Okay, so let's say you are on loyalty and you're ordering every month with me. Thank you so much if you are doing that. This month, you can get 15% off Cortistop. Cortistop is an amazing supplement that helps to decrease the cortisol levels in your body. I took that for a month straight. I'm currently on a month off. I'm going to go back on it. I felt amazing on it. I work in a stressful job, so I felt amazing on it. And so but you can't use it all the time because you don't want to completely stop the cortisol. So you get 15% off that, or you can get 15% off prostate health, which is every male needs prostate health supplement, because all the stuff that we come in contact with, especially here in rural Minnesota, all of the pesticides, the herbicides, all that stuff they put on the stuff can actually clog up your prostate. So this supplement is great to support men's prostate, okay? And then as a bonus gift, if you put in 100 PV one-time order, you'll get a free Jade Lemon Essential Oil and, oh my goodness, a Young Living backpack filled with extra goodies for 150 PV one-time order. So if you're going to put in an order that says while supplies last, so we're only halfway through June. I bet they have more. If you're going to put in a $150 order, or at least $100 orders, guys, put it up to $150 so you can get a free backpack with goodies. That sounds amazing. So yes, these are our amazing gifts for this month. I don't even know what to say. Okay. Wow. I had one more topic, guys, but we are running over because I talked a lot. So we're going to move transitions in your life and how you handle them to 2 weeks from now. So I want to give some closing shout outs. I want to thank, again, Streetside Studio 7 for letting me film here. Thank you so much for your graciousness and having this amazing place. I want to thank Deja Blue House of Coffee for the amazing drink. Again, a vanilla matcha with cherry cold foam. So good. And just being able to put this space together. Yeah, and thank you guys for joining me. And the comments and the interactions are so helpful. And we have more.
Yes,
Oh,
we do.
You guys are amazing.
We
Let's
have
talk.
another one from Carrie Beth on TikTok.
Yeah.
I just updated my loyalty order. I cannot speak today. I
Order?
just updated my loyalty order. Hoping to continue to see more changes.
I'm gonna have to bring Carrie on to talk to her about her. She's been doing the Balance and Burn, and I'm gonna have to talk to her. Like, we talk, But I want her to share her story with you guys too about how she thinks it's been going. And she gets to the gym way more than I do, so kudos to her. High fives. And so I'm excited. We'll have to have her on. I need to have more guests. I don't know how I'm filming next week. We might be like on location at a fair next month, guys, if I can convince Thomas to do it. Any other comments, Tom?
Let me just check here. Well, I'm no expert on reading emojis, but I think Carrie is interested in your proposal.
Awesome.
And that is the only other comment. I'm not seeing any more on Facebook or YouTube.
Perfect. Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining me for episode number 10. We are 10 episodes in. I'm so excited. Come back June 27th. Again, we'll try to be at 11 a.m., but sometimes life happens, guys. June 27th, we'll either be here or on location. I haven't decided what we're going to do yet, but I'm at the Todd County Fair. June 25th through the 28th. So if you want to come and get free smells, I always have my oils available. Want to come and get products? I have my products there. I have some product for sale. I do not have all products for sale, but I can help you set up your own order. Again, if you want to order, please reach out to me so I can help get you in my team. So then I can support you. And then your money, part of that comes back to me to help support me in my journey and my family. So I'm just very grateful for everyone who has joined my team and is with me on this journey. Let's keep talking. Let's keep discussing things and keeping an open mind. And being welcoming and inviting to people. I hope you guys have a great Saturday. Bye.